So,
Right.
but anyway, a punishment needs to be dealt out to a person who has relations with a prepubescent girl. We agree. So when the Quran permits relations with prepubescent girls, you and I can acknowledge that the Quran here, at least when it reveals the law in that time, is inferior to laws that we have now, correct?
No. Let me tell you why, bro. Let me tell you why. Don't just get stuck with the girls, the young age girls. It also mentions the menopause women, the women that have their period, bro.
Hi, welcome back to Religious Insights. On this episode, Muslims defend child marriage and other related vices in Islam. Let's watch this video to get more amazing and fascinating details.
And I've seen a few things that you've been doing. You've been going at it with, say, Uthman and many other guys, you know.
Yeah.
And I would say, man, you're too knowledgeable, man. You're too knowledgeable not to see that the beauty of Islam. But I don't know. Maybe you'll come to it at some point. But anyway,
after all that you've seen and my discussion of this nature, you think that I would see Islam as beautiful?
I think so, because you know too much, man. I would say so.
I know too much, which is why
I don't know I don't know which lens you look at it, but I think like at some point you probably know a bit more than certain Muslims. You know what I mean? A layman person, for example. So if you look at it like without any bias, you know, and you know, ponder, as the Quran says, you know, ponder into it, you will see it, bro.
Okay, let me ask you this. Okay?
Yeah.
Tell me, do you believe that it is beautiful to permit sexual relations with underage girls? Girls
Underage girls?
Yeah, girls who haven't hit puberty yet.
No, not at all, bro. That's nasty.
I agree. That's what I see in Islam.
Where did you see that?
So
Don't go with the Prophet and Aisha, bro. You've done that before and you know how it is. You cannot use the stick of this generation to measure the stick of, 1400 years ago. You know what I mean? You know the laws of the state. You're in the States, right? You know the laws like way back and today it's not the same. And by then,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
By then, when a woman hits puberty, they were considered grown-ups, you know. Their mentality, their mindsets, and their, physical appearances and everything, it was intact. You know what I mean? So it's not compared to today. It's totally different.
Got you. So I said a girl who hasn't hit puberty. So
yeah, that's just wrong, bro.
That's what the Quran teaches.
No, man, but we see that in the Bible instead. In the Quran, I couldn't see that anywhere, unless if you point it out. But
do you have a Quran on you?
Yeah, I can pull it up. Yeah.
Go to Surah Talaq. That's chapter 65, verse 4. By the way, if you're off the app, I can't hear you. I know that you're pulling up the verse, but just letting you know.
Shit, my bad. I thought I could minimize it.
All the time?
I was gonna use my phone to do the same thing, but maybe you can read it up to me.
Yeah. Let me get my computer. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay. It's been a hot topic today on TikTok. I guess I joined the party.
I'm pretty new with this stuff. How do I minimize it?
How do you minimize it?
Yeah, I could minimize the screen and still talk.
Well, on TikTok, it doesn't allow you to do that when you're live. Like if you're on stage, you can't.
Yeah. All right, then I have to go to the office, man. Yeah. When I jumped in, you were talking with a sister, and she was very humble, man. She was very nice too. And that's the beauty about. I said you were talking to a sister when I jumped into your live.
Yeah, she was humble. She was.
Yeah, she was very nice, and that's the way to go, man. We don't have to be too big or too proud to be like I don't know. You know what I mean?
I agree.
That's the only way to learn.
When you come humble, there's no shame if you don't know something. When you're humble about it,
right.
The only shame comes when you are prideful and you act like you know something you don't. That's when shame comes.
Exactly.
Okay, everything's loading up. I'm getting my Quran out.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 65:4. Okay.
65:4. You said, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
If you want me to read it out, I can read it.
Yeah. You can go ahead.
Okay. So it says, it's talking about divorce, okay? So what to do with your females after you divorce them. So here it starts off saying, as for your women who have despaired of further menstruating, if you are in doubt, their period shall be 3 months. So the ones who despair further menstruation, those are like women who are too old to menstruate, so they don't think they're going to menstruate anymore. They're too old.
Or something like that.
All right, so for those women that you divorce, if you're in doubt, their periods shall be 3 months. So they have a waiting period, an iddah of 3 months.
Right.
Hold on. All this stuff keeps popping up on my computer. And the same for those who have not menstruated yet.
Not yet. There's no yet there, bro.
Well, the word is lam yahed now. That's why they put that understanding here. In my translation that I'm reading, it says yet. And another, in yours, they say, and those who have not menstruated or...
Menstruated. There was no yet at the end. But yeah, you can go on.
All right. So who are the type of females who haven't menstruated?
Yeah, like the ones you mentioned before, the people that have menopause, for example.
Well, no, so it already mentions them. So it says if they despair of menstruation, right? If they have despair of further menstruation, if you're not, the period is 3 months. So the older women are already taken care of.
Okay.
The ones who,
what I was going to get. Yeah, sorry. Sorry.
It's all good. Who are the females? What kind of female has not menstruated in her life?
Okay. Yes, that's what I was gonna get at. Yeah, we have female. Some that this are normal. If you look at if you're a nurse or a doctor today, some women they have the menopause, for example, and some they actually never got periods in their life, and some they have longer periods than normal women. So when the Quran speaks, it doesn't speak about, it tries to cover everything pretty much. So you can look at it in that lens. I don't know how you want to say it, but you can look at it that way.
So the type of females that haven't menstruated are what?
Yes, yeah, of course, it covers that too. Some women that doesn't have their period at all.
So our children, our girls who haven't hit puberty, are they in that category of?
Come on, it's not talking about that. Otherwise, it could say young women. Or underage women or somebody who haven't got their period yet.
Let's see.
Now you can look at it in that. Okay, Allahu Alam. I'm just saying what I think.
Let me show you, IQ. Let me show you. I'm going to show you that I'm not interpreting this. I'm just going to read the verse, and then I'm going to show you what scholars say. Okay. So, and those who have not menstruated, mine says yet, yours doesn't. Regardless. And those who have not yet menstruated, their waiting period is 3 months likewise. And those who are with childhood will bring forth their burden.
Right.
All right. So now let's go to the top tier. Are you Sunni?
Yeah, I'm a Muslim, bro.
All right, so you're Sunni Muslim. I don't want to use scholars that are not even not a
No.
All right, so this one. Have you heard of Ibn Kathir?
Say that again?
Have you heard of Ibn Kathir?
Yep.
All right. So this is what he says. The iddah, or the waiting period, for those in menopause and for those who do not have.
Right.
Your kid is, I know this.
Yeah, sorry, man. Just give me 1 second. I'm coming. Daddy's talking on the phone, man. Yeah. Look. Go down to mama. I'm coming right away, okay? Good boy. Sorry, bro. Sorry about that.
Okay. So, if we can begin to break this down, it says, Allah, the Exalted, clarifies the waiting period of women in menopause. Mm-hmm. And that is the one whose menstruation has stopped due to her older age. All right.
Right.
Her iddah, he continues, her iddah is 3 months instead of the 3 monthly cycles for those who menstruate, which is based on chapter 2, verse 228. He continues, right. The same for the young who have not reached the age of menstruation. Their iddah is 3 months, like those in menopause.
Right.
So Ibn Kathir, breaking this down, even says that this is talking about girls who haven't hit puberty yet.
Yeah. Okay, can I say my thoughts?
Say that again?
Can I say my thoughts on that? You done, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, okay. If you would ask me, if you look at it back in the days, yeah? I'm not a scholar, bro. I'm just saying my thoughts. Back in the days, women can get engaged, before you get married, right? And they usually do that in a very young, early age, right? So in that case, I would think this can apply to that, but not like.
Let's talk about that. Good reasoning. So the reason why that doesn't work is because this is talking about divorce. So they are already married, right? This isn't an engagement. They are already married and they're being divorced. Mm-hmm. So the prepubescent girls, the girls who haven't hit puberty yet, are already married to these men. And they're being divorced, even though they still haven't had their puberty yet. What do you think of that?
Well, to be honest, I really don't want to say something that I don't know about, but I'm just telling from what I think. Yeah, this is what I think. That's where my stance will be. If I would read it, I would probably understand it that way.
So,
I don't know which lens you're looking at it.
I'm giving you the lens I'm looking at it. I'm reading the Quran for what it is, and then I go to the scholars and see what the scholars say, and they even make it even more. See, to me, the verse is clear on its own, but the scholars make it even more clear that the Quran allows and permits, sexual relations with immature girls.
Nah, I wouldn't say that, man. That sounds very wrong.
I know.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. If you talk to a more knowledgeable person, they will give you another good explanation. Yeah.
I have. You know what? One knowledgeable person told me. He said, "Allahu Alam." He said,
"Allahu Alam." Yeah.
He said, "Allah permitted." And Allah has the wisdom in why He permitted this. We can't speak against what Allah has given us. That's what He told me.
Yeah. But if you go back to what I said before, like the measuring stick at that time and today, you cannot use it, man.
Well, yes, we can. Because we're not. Wait. Yeah. We're not basing morality based on the time that we live in. We know that there are certain things that are objectively and universally wrong, right?
Yes.
No matter what time you live in, right? This would be one of those, right? Having sexual relations with an underage girl or a girl who hasn't hit puberty yet, that is universally wrong. Wouldn't you agree?
100%, bro.
Yeah.
But if we go to the Bible, we could find similar stuff there.
You can, and as a matter of fact, when we finish this, I'll invite you to show me something. We can talk about it, but you won't. You won't find that nothing like that in the Bible. Matter of fact, you find the opposite in 1 Corinthians. It's in the Bible. This is Paul, by the way, who Muslims hate. Paul says this.
And Christians too.
Yeah. He says this in 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 36. He says, when a man wants to marry a virgin, she must be past the flower of her youth. That means that she has to be not only physically mature, but also mentally mature. She's past the flower of her youth. She's past her youth. So she's a young woman, right? And Paul says, it must be so. And if she is, and she meets that requirement, then they do not sin, let them marry. That's what Paul says in the Bible.
Okay, can you say that one more time?
Yeah. So in 1 Corinthians chapter 7, 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 36. Chapter 7, verse 36 of 1 Corinthians. He says, if a man wants to marry a virgin daughter, she must be past the flower of her youth, and it must be so. Then they do not sin, let them marry.
Yeah, flower of her youth, you could hear it in different ways.
That's fine.
It doesn't necessarily means, maturity.
Absolutely. When you're past the flower of youth, it's maturity, brother. Come on, man.
No, you could say, for example, if she loses her virginity or whatever.
IQ, come on, brother.
No. Okay, let's not stay there. Let's not get stuck there. I don't want to argue, or I just want us to reason together.
Okay, so
the reason why I jumped to
clear. The Bible's clear.
Like for example, the age of
the Bible's clear that she has to be mature. The Quran is clear that even in her immaturity, she's lawful, even as an immature girl.
No, I wouldn't say that.
But this is what I understood. This is what Ibn Kathir says, and all your scholars actually say.
I will have to look into that, bro. To be honest, but I'm pretty sure there is another understanding to it than what you say.
There is not. There is no other understanding.
But we were talking about the innocence of the Bible, bro. But the reason why I jumped in, it was about the Quran, the different copies that you were mentioning. That's when I jumped in.
I know, but you also mentioned this. This is why I wanted to touch on this, because you said, and thankful, you gave me a compliment talking about how knowledgeable I am, and I appreciate that. that I'm too knowledgeable not to see the beauty in Islam. And so what I'm giving you is like the knowledge that I've acquired to show you that Islam actually isn't beautiful at all. I mean,
bro.
I'm saying this with no disrespect or anything to you, just the objective truth. Islam, the teachings of Islam is actually horrid and disgusting, bro. This is disgusting.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Now let me say this. Yeah. Without trying to be disrespectful or anything, if you point out one thing in Islam that you dislike, I'm pretty sure you can pull out 10 more in Christianity.
How does that help you?
No, I'm just saying. But if you look at it deep inside, Islam is very simple to understand and very easy to follow. You would
follow this, like what we just read about? Would you follow this?
The way you interpret it, bro, it doesn't sound right. And I'm pretty sure.
Did I interpret it, or did Ibn Kathir interpret it that way?
The way you explained, okay, Ibn Kathir wrote that. I didn't read it. You read it. So I don't know what it is, So I have to look into it. Like I said to you, I have to look into it.
It sounds like you don't trust me. It sounds like you don't trust me.
No, I trust you 100%. Let's not get stuck in this, bro. Let's talk about some other things.
I have to show you now. You see this? It says Ibn Kathir 65:4.
Yeah.
And those who do not have menses, it breaks it down, right? Allah the Exalted clarifies the waiting period of the woman in menopause. Right? Let's skip down. We already read that. Here's the part that's important for us. The same for the young who have not reached the years of menstruation.
Right.
It's not me, right? That's Ibn Kathir saying that.
Yeah, it's
right?
pretty clear.
Let me just that's just one. I can show you look, here's another one. Here's Jalalain. Now there's Jalalain, two scholars together. They wrote the tafsir together. Plural. So he says, or they say, and those of your women who no longer expect to menstruate, about their waiting period, their prescribed period should be 3 months. And those who have not yet menstruated, why? Is it because they're sick? Is it because they're disabled? No, because of their young age. Their period shall be 3 months also.
Right.
All of them.
That begs the question. Yeah, now that begs the question, like when in this time when the Quran was revealed, right, or when this tafsir was written, what was the age requirement for getting married and so on?
There was none. Because
they didn't if you look at it in the verse,
there was no age requirement, dude. What do you like? Do you not? There was no.
That's what I'm saying. Thank you. So you can see it can still apply to protect the girls, for example, when getting divorced or whatsoever. Because people could get married back then. Like you said, there was no age requirement. Today, like in the States, if you're going to get married, you have to be a certain age before you can get married, right?
So now you're saying that we have better laws today than the Quran did?
No.
Yeah, our laws today protect young girls while the Quran doesn't.
No, wait. You understood how the Quran was revealed, right?
Wait, just no. Pause on this stop. Please. I need you to deal with this. You mentioned how nowadays we have laws that protect young girls from getting into these relationships prematurely, right? There's a certain age. Mm-hmm. So while the Quran does not. So that would mean that the Quran or the laws, our state laws today, are more superior than the Quran's laws on this. Is that correct?
No, that's not correct. Let me explain.
Yeah, please.
The Quran, you know that the Quran is an objective, truth or the law, if I may say. It came from God down to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and it came in time. It's not like it came one time. It came over a period of time.
You think this is from God?
The Quran?
This verse.
Okay, the entire Quran, bro. Just let me talk. Don't cut me off, man.
I'm back.
And the Quran was revealed in circumstances when things were happening during the life of the Prophet, and some things that were supposed to come in the future, and some things that happened before. So everything was coming down piece by piece and bit by bit. So in that time, it would make sense to bring that law for those kind of things.
Okay.
But still, wait, the human laws, they change, but the laws of God remains the same. So now we have
the
now
laws
human
change?
beings.
IQ on this level, with this issue, did the human's law change for the better or for the worse?
I would say for the better. Human laws.
So it's better, or the human laws gradually got better when it came to the relations of a girl, correct?
100%.
So when the Quran reveals this law or this permissibility, it's lesser than what humans have developed their law to be, correct?
No.
I'm confused, brother. Help me
Your
out.
logic, listen, bro. You're not listening, man. Listen. Okay,
You
listen.
just proved to me that man's laws is better than the Quran's
No,
laws.
bro, listen. You're not listening, bro. Listen, man. Okay, let me say this one time. All right? Don't get frustrated. Just listen, man. You're a good listener. Just listen.
I've been listening and I've been repeating it. I've been coming to the logical conclusion of what you say, and then you say no.
No, yeah. Okay, now listen. One time. I'll say it one time. If you don't get it, we can.
No, wait, IQ. I don't think that this is where you're missing it. I'm not misunderstanding what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. For this time, for this particular area, this was appropriate for that time when the Quran revealed this. Where Quran was revealed its verses over a certain period of time, and for this particular time, this verse was revealed, appropriately. That's what you said.
Even right now, too, it also applies in the Quran. If you read the verse again, the laws we have today, the human laws, it still applies there.
Okay. It doesn't though, because, okay, let me ask you this. If I were to practice what the Quran just said in 65:4, if I were to put that into practice, would I end up in jail or not?
No, the Quran didn't say you should do this, bro.
No, but it's allowing me to. It's not saying I should do it, but it's
not
okay if I
allowing you
do.
either. Come on, anywhere you live in this world, you have to follow the laws
stop.
of the land.
Why are they able to divorce girls who haven't hit puberty yet?
Because people were getting married at the time.
Okay, so that means that it's permissible to marry at that time. It's permissible to marry girls who haven't hit puberty yet, and it's also permissible to divorce girls who haven't hit puberty yet, correct?
Correct, yeah.
All right, so if I put that into practice, if I married a prepubescent girl, a girl who hasn't hit puberty
Today?
yet, today, would I end up in
come
jail?
on, that will be wrong, bro. You cannot do that.
Okay, got you. So let me ask you this. Is it good that if I did that, I would be in jail? Is that a good thing that they will imprison me?
Bro, if you can get worse, I will give it to you.
I agree with you 100%. Jail isn't enough. They need worse. They need castration. They need worse. So, but anyway, a punishment needs to be dealt out to a person who has relations with a prepubescent girl. We agree. So when the Quran permits relations with prepubescent girls, you and I can acknowledge that the Quran here, at least when it reveals the law in that time, is inferior to laws that we have now, correct?
No. Let me tell you why, bro. Let me tell you why. Don't just get stuck with the girls, the young age girls. It also mentions the menopause women, the women that have their period, bro. So you can see those laws apply to them now and in the future even.
I'll say this. I'll say.
Okay, let's let it go. Let's let it go. Let's let it go, man. Let it go.
No, see, this is what it is, IQ. In this conversation, and I'll say this. I like your personality. You seem like a cool guy. However, and when it comes to this conversation, you're very, very dishonest. Very dishonest.
No,
bro.
don't say that, bro. Come on.
You are. You're not being honest.
Okay. Let's just scratch that one.
Be honest.
No, I am being honest, 100%, man.
Okay, so is it morally
But what
superior?
you're trying to say?
Tell me which is better. Is it better to have relations with little girls or to not have relations with little girls? Which one is better?
Of course not, man. Of course not.
Does your Quran allow?
Bro, that's disgusting, man.
Good. Does your relations with little girls?
Does it allow it?
Yes.
It doesn't mention anywhere that you should have a relationship with.
I didn't say should. I didn't say should.
Doesn't
allow it.
It doesn't allow it, does it?
So why is it allow it? Yeah, I just thanks, man.
No.
Hide the Quran from your little sister, man. Hide the Quran from your little sister. The Quran full of fans, 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 full of fans. Quran full of fans, full of fans. Quran full of fans, full of fans. Crazy, man.
Alright, welcome back, guys. I believe that was an amazing one. Let us know your views in the comment section. Share this video with your friends, your family, subscribe to the channel if you have not done so, and also don't forget to like this video as well. For him to be surprised that his religion teaches and allow underage marriage for girls shows that modern Muslims don't know half of their religion, and it is even worse when they try to make excuses for this. Muhammad, the major prophet in Islam, got married to Aisha when she was 6 years old and consummated the marriage when she became 9 years old. And the reason why he waited for extra 3 years before consummating the marriage was because she could not handle penetration. Imagine the mental torture the child went through from Muhammad, testing if she was able to handle penetration until she got to that age. So if you're out here defending this kind of lifestyle, then I think your head needs to be examined to make sure that you are alright. Does the teaching of Islam changes with time? Because the guy saying the major stake at the time cannot be the same with this modern time, making it sounds like the law of Allah changes with time. Even if the Quran doesn't allow it, it is sure doesn't condemn it. And there are so many Islamic regions and Islamic states that are still practicing this act even till today. And how he keeps on bringing Christianity so he can look for passes to justify his weird beliefs. The Muslim can say anything to justify his Quran. So guys, let's know your views in the comment section. Share this video, subscribe if you're not done so. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in our next one.